Good evening, everyone. Hello, Patty. You first. You just went through the Bigger Creek catalog for the first time. Round two. Oh my goodness, I know. Pare it down from the first 250 that you choose from, right? It's like, okay, we get it down to 100. And then it's like, oh, I need to get it down to about 40. Right? Oh, I know. I know how that is. Hey, Dave. You need to plan out your garden beds for next year so you can order some seeds too. Yes. I what did I do? I ordered, oh goodness. I only ordered from Am I Gardener so far. I ordered beans because I used up all my beans this last year. And even though I'm not going to grow beans this year, I still need to replenish my seeds so that I have them just in case. And if I have extra room, I might, and it depends on how many beans I go through this winter, eating from the jars. That'll depend on whether I know whether I grow them or not. But so yeah, you have no idea what you'll even be doing this next season with the foot surgery. Oh, well, Patty, at least it's through the winter, and you should be healed by spring, right? I'm hoping. So let's pray that that works. I'm sure. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Kiri, good evening to you. Kathy, hi. Karen's Garden, hello. No, you didn't miss it. Well, my voice is much better this week. So I have that back at about probably 95% or so. Bex, hello. Um, your first go, you put pink post-it flags. You do green ones. I love it. You're so color coordinated. That's great. Um, oh, 3 to 4 months. Yeah. Do you know that if you, once you have the surgery, unless it's in a cast or something, but if you're able to unwrap it and wash it or soak it or anything, if you can soak it in a comfrey tea bath type of thing for your foot, that'll help it heal faster. It will definitely do that. I did that for my youngest brother when he broke his foot, and it wasn't healing, and it wasn't healing, and it wasn't healing. He was just in a boot, and so I finally made some comfrey tea for my mom to give to him. I said, just soak a rag in it and wrap his foot in it and everything. And by the next time I went to the doctor, it was totally good. So I was so thrilled about that. So Dave, you started to focus on storage beans last year. You just started to save some seeds this year and see how it goes. New hobby. Yay. That's so great. I saw the seeds you put in on Instagram. So good. Thank you. My ears, especially my left ear, is still really plugged up. I think the the sinus back there has pretty much cleared up. It is all drained into my ears and it's stuck there, like in my inner ear. And so I can hardly hear out of this one. And so I've been trying all kinds of different things. My next step is to warm up some olive oil and try to pour it into, a little bit into that ear and then just leave it sit. I don't know. Has anybody had that problem before? And let me know what you've done with it. The earliest it would be like 2 or 3 weeks before I could get into an ENT. And my regular doctor already's like, I don't know what to do for you. So I'm like, in the meantime, it's like, I would like to get my hearing back before it starts doing any damage. So thanks, Alicia. Wait, I hear you in the first month. So thank you, Dave. Yeah, so any ideas would be great. I've been researching online to see what can be done, and there's a bunch of different things. Today I was like putting a heating pad on that side of the head to see if that would help warm things up and kind of loosen. I mean, I've been on Mucinex for 4 weeks, and it's like, I don't wanna take any more. That's some Mucinex DM. It's, like, heavy stuff. On 2 rounds of antibiotics, and I've been on antihistamines and cold medicine for 4 weeks. And I'm like, I'm done pumping my body full of all that stuff. So, I mean, I don't want to go backwards, of course, but um, I need to clear up my ears because I've got to sing this Friday, and it's really, well, actually Wednesday too, Wednesday and Friday. So, Donna, hello. A sweet oil for your ears. It worked great. Okay. You know what? I saw that online, the sweet oil, and all it says is 100% olive oil. So I don't know if they add something to it or do something to it or what, but Michigan Daffodil, hi. So yeah, I am trying to figure that out. I know they do things like for swimmer's ear and stuff like that, but that's just if you have some water in, the outer ear and stuff. But mine's like all packed in, all near the eardrum. Oh, Kiri, buffering again. It feels like that when you're ill too. Okay. And see, I rarely get sinus infections. I mean, I've had them before, but it's not common for me. And like this is the first time things have just plugged in my ears. So, yeah. Doctor told you to hold your nose and blow several times a day. Yeah. I've done that, but there's just so much that's in the on both sides of the eardrum and the canal and everything, in my eustachian tubes that's not helping at all. I need to just get it flowing and disappearing. So I've got to do that. Do that when swimming underwater. Okay. The sweet oil is definitely different than not super filtered. Okay. I might check on that. I was going to go to my pharmacy today and just see what they had for things like that. But your ear was like that when the infection in your gum got bad and your ear was aching and had to release fluids. No, thank you. Yeah, I am blessed that it hasn't been hurting. It's just like it sounds like somebody's got pillows smashed up against my ears. And so if I'm talking to somebody who's got a soft voice, it's like I have to get right into their face because I can't hear them. And I have to read their lips. And it's like, man, it's like this is how it is for old people when they lose their hearing. And it's like, and I've had really good hearing. So I don't want to do anything to damage it. So yeah, muffled. Equilibrium is off really bad in your ears. Oh, my equilibrium, absolutely, and that's another thing that I've had is, just some vertigo and stuff like that, so, a large syringe filled with warm water and flush, okay. Um, yeah, it's equilibrium, Kathy, but thank you, I figured that one out. I like your version of it, though, that's good. That's good. So anyway, what has been this week? Just really doing a lot of just chilling, just trying to rest and recover. Like I said, get my voice back, which is much better now. Um, I did get my. This is the first year that I have an artificial tree. You guys know that I've put up live trees every year. Well, I found that I'm allergic to them, and so last year after Christmas, I bought an artificial tree, and I've had it in a box in the shed. So I did bring it in. It's I don't know, you can't see it here. It's in a box right behind me. I was gonna get it up this weekend, but I haven't done it yet. I have to rearrange my living room too first, and that means just rearranging a bunch of stuff, so that's okay, Kathy. Totally good. Vertigo for 3 months. Oh, anytime the inner ear starts getting any stuff, it just throws you off a lot. Massage my cheek and face, sinuses, feel them. These are not bothering me anymore. Those already emptied out. It's the ones way inside. They call it the sphenoid. sinus. It's like back behind my eyes. They're apparently smaller ones, and I've done so much research on this. They dump out into the superior meatus, which is like the cavity where they're supposed to drain into. But I haven't figured out where they go from those cavities. So it's like where are they supposed to go from there? The other cavities, or meatuses, they dump out, like, they will expel through the nose and stuff like that through your nasal passage, but that one, I don't know, maybe it just dumps into my ears. It's the only thing I can figure out, but, aw, thanks, Dave. That's true. That's true. So, and Donna, I've been on 'em for 4 months, 4 weeks. I've been taking, decongestants and stuff, so, um, it just hasn't really been clearing up. This was a doozy of a one, and on top of it, it was the altitude sickness, so I'm, like, concerned is, like, there air bubbles in between all of the fluid or something like that that's keeping, I don't know. It's just different things going on in my mind because I never had altitude sickness before. Oh, I've never had plugged up ears like this before. Although when I was a kid, I had PE tubes. I don't know, I was like 4 or 5 years old, I think. So, anybody else here ever had PE tubes? So, yeah, I had, like, really bad tonsils and stuff, so they took out my tonsils and adenoids and put in tubes, and after that, I was fine, I guess, so, and I know doctors now don't wanna be taking out tonsils and stuff because, um, they're a good it's friendly, I guess, good for they capture different diseases and stuff like that, so they help keep you more healthy, but not for me, so used to go up to Mount Hood for nice. Oh, Curie, I hope that helps too. Thanks, Michelle. How are you doing? Good to see you. I don't know if I missed you before or not, so I'm sorry if I did. So, what have you guys been up to this week? What's been going on in your neck of the woods? I know some of you have a lot of snow. I was talking to somebody last week from Michigan. I know there's people here from Michigan, and they had a foot of snow, and I'm like, okay, we're still dry ground out here. We had the 3 inches at the end of October, and then that melted, and it was lightly snowing today. Just no wind, just a little bit of flakes coming down, enough to let us know that there's a little bit of precipitation out there. But actually, it was kind of really gorgeous today. It was one of those days where it was foggy early in the morning, and then when that lifted, it just left everything frosted, and then it was overcast all day, so you've got all these tones of gray and white and black and different things, and, I mean, it sounds really sterile and everything, but it's really beautiful, and there was no wind, and everything stayed frosted, and then we had the light little snow coming down, and it was, like, really beautiful today. So, a lymph node ether, okay. You had a coating of snow last night, today mostly melted. No snow here, okay, 20 centimeters. I always forget what that conversion is. Sorry. No snow in southern Minnesota. I know, I'm gonna be in the 40s here. Um, hey, Springflower Dark. Okay. Depending on who and what you're watching on YouTube. Okay. Hmm. You're digging rocks out of the vegetable garden, you think we did. Okay, you need to find some really, really wonderful creative use for all the rocks that you can actually use to build things because you have so many of them. I mean, it's like that's a natural resource for you. I feel like, okay, what can we do with this? I mean, you don't have trees that you can just cut down and build with wood, but you've got rocks. And once those rocks are there, it's like they hardly have to be replaced at all. So you got your first shovelable snow Saturday, 3 or 4 inches of wet, heavy snow. Wednesday, April. uh, yeah, Patty, no, you're truly right. Been in the 40s when you wake up, low 70s. Oh, Curie, that's like perfect weather. Perfect weather. Yeah. So I don't know if there's even any snow in the forecast. It's really still mild out. Let me see what we're talking about here. It's 30 degrees right now. So and it says it's foggy again. Probably foggy because of the temps. But yeah, Wednesday going to be 43, Thursday 44. Even the low on Thursday is above freezing. So, but another week, then it'll be back down in the 20s. So, but those 40s will be nice. I could get a couple more things done. That was hard last week. There were some really nice days, and they weren't quite warm enough for me being slightly under the weather yet to be working outside because I just didn't want to set myself backwards, So I didn't do anything outside. Alicia, I bought one. So I did not go out and get one this year because I found out I'm allergic to them. So it's in the box behind me. I just have to put it up yet. That was going to be my task this weekend. So I'd have it up this past weekend, but it didn't quite happen. This part of Oregon has flood watches and warnings. Oh my goodness. The pebbles are pothole filler. Larger rocks also have a purpose. Good for you. You get a fresh crop every spring. The rocks all have babies. They multiply. Call you bunny rocks. Arc feels like September, October. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a little warmer than usual. But oh man, the system that came up, Alicia, I thought it was hitting you, but it must have gone like right to the east of you because they were saying that I saw pictures of Maine where the waves with the tide were coming inland. And it was just like, it was nasty. They had some high winds and waters there. You're putting up the tree Friday. Oh, that's great. I know. What is it? It's only 3 weeks till Christmas, you guys. Only 3 weeks till Christmas from tonight. Today is Christmas Day. So in 3 weeks. And I do want to let you know that for right now, I am not going to be on for those 2 weeks for Christmas or New Year's. I haven't decided if I'll do a different day or not, or if we'll just take a break and then just come back after New Year's. That might be kind of nice too. But I'll miss you guys. But Christmas Day and New Year's Day, that's family time. So I'm not going to be on for then. So you had rocks show up in raised bed gardens that should only be soil. And it's like, who is bringing the rocks in, right? Thousands less power here, snow than freezing rain. Okay, it looked really bad. You had king tides last week. I have not heard of that term before. King tides. Oh, to finish up the shopping. I know. It's just like because we're tootling along and the weather's been so nice in fall and I don't even snow here. And so it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, Christmas is gonna be here. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, Donna. Yeah, I think I will. And just come back fresh and we can and I don't have to worry about it. It's like, okay. I mean, because it would be like Christmas Eve or days after and my other days are usually pretty full and I've got another class that'll be taking a break for those 2 weeks. So it's kind of nice. just to enjoy the holiday time. And I do that with work too, and then just come back fresh after January 1st. And then I'm ready to dive in. I'm more creative. I got all that stuff going. So when you dig out the boulders from your Portland garden, there was inevitable the following year you would go to plant something. There was a huge boulder. Oh, I keep giving the snowplow the side eye. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you don't get, my neighbor has his, like, in the yard right in front of his truck where you can just, like, drive right into it and hook it up. So, he's got it all ready to go. 3 weeks to your birthday? That's right. Happy birthday again. Your dad caught Santa leaving me under the Christmas tree. They don't wanna call your dad a liar, but I know. Oh, that's funny, Curie. That's great. You need to finish your shopping, except you haven't started for your dad. Yeah, the frost pushes up new ones. Yeah, it does. It really does. So, in that way, I'm glad that I don't have a lot of rocks in my. I mean, I've got mostly sand here, but which provides its own challenges. But I'm glad that I don't have to deal with a lot of rocks. King tides are the highest tide levels we have on the coast. The Columbia River will rise some too from the tide levels. Okay. Yes, the ground is always moving. So true. You said they procreate over winter. Oh, that is so true. So true. So, are you guys going to be doing some Christmas baking? And do you have any ideas for anything special this year? Um, I don't know because I'm not doing sugar at all, so that kind of like cuts out just about every Christmas dessert there is. So I'd have to figure out something I could do. Um, Low wheat and zero sugar, so that'd be like, The sun and the moon in perfect alignment, so it's unusually high. Ah, that makes sense. It's okay, Dave. How is Monique? Has she healed up really well? I've been meaning to ask you. So, stevia could do that. I've got monk fruit too. Um, which bakes up better, stevia or monk fruit for doing things? I suppose I could get some keto dessert recipes or something. Look online for some of those. Let's see what they've got. I've got a bunch of things for paleo and stuff like that, but they use, honey and maple syrup and stuff like that. So I just need to. You just made drunken cranberries soaked in Brassica and orange juice. Drain well, toss in powdered sugar. Like little things that pop when you bite it. Ooh. You've been baking crustless pumpkin pies in your solar oven. Guess what I got for myself for Christmas? It's been on my wish list. So anyway, Kiri's comment just reminded me. So you just finished one today, need to bake another one tomorrow. Crustless pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's amazing. And tell her congratulations for me. And I'm just glad that she's doing well. You'll be making your rosemary hazelnut shortbread cookies and bread too. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I agree, Donna. I'll have to check on that. So, yeah, just that's just amazing. That's really wonderful. So, trying to think of what else has been going on here. Not a whole lot, I guess. Just working on getting well. It's been, I've been reading a lot, watching Christmas love story movies. Oh, I know. I know. How a glutton for punishment, right? Uh, you had the best apple hazelnut scone. Ooh, that sounds good. Love your solar ovens today. You baked a zucchini lasagna. Oh my goodness. Do all the animals pretty much leave your solar ovens alone? Um, you have two dogs. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Pureflix at all. It's like a really family friendly Netflix type of channel, but they've now changed their name to the Great American Pureflix, and so they have all of these other great shows on different things. I mean, from kids shows to comedy to drama to romance things and just different things. So they're really almost like Hallmark movies, on lower budget, of course, but it's just kind of fun to watch them. And I'm not reading and it's like just resting and doing stuff. It's like, oh, I'm gonna put in a movie. So I'm a zinc NAC. I need to get some NAC. I have been eating my fermented garlic and honey. I have been doing that. Yeah, I've got all the other things too. NAC is the one thing I haven't been getting, and I need to do that. So, but thank you. That's true, Donna. Isn't that great? So, if you guys didn't catch that quite when I was talking about Curie, is that I did get myself a solar oven. I've been waiting. It's still in the box. I've been waiting to. It's going to be like my Christmas present to myself. So, what I want to know is, do they work in the middle of winter here? um, which one did I get? The Great American Solar Oven, Great American brand. I think it's just a regular one. I don't know. So it's all Christmas romances, though. True, it is. NAC. That is true, Dave. If I can ever get around to them, right? Yeah. Maybe with prayer. Yeah, I haven't read through the book yet or anything like that. I mean, instructions, but I don't know if there's like a minimum temperature that they would work at. The problem is my sun is so low in the sky at this time of year, especially in December. And it's like, here's the horizon, sun might be here at noon. And so it's like, it's very, very weak. And anywhere that can even hit, it's not going to really warm things up. So I feel I could experiment with it and see if it does anything. It might warm things up enough to, I don't know, be at 10 degrees instead of 20 below or something. I don't know. Um, Let's watch the video of a guy using a solar oven in Holland or Sweden. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, so I know that, the other 3 seasons, I don't think there would be a problem at all with using it. Winter, it's not just our temperatures, it's the angle of the sun and not getting enough sun for very long. So, oh, that I could do. There you go, Michigan Daffodil. I like that. Small cookies. So, thank you, Spring Flower Dark. Yes. So, NAC is, I don't know if it's been around for a long time or not, but I first heard about it at the end of September. And it is one that doctors who are very pro natural supplements and everything to keep your health up. They said that is the one that is the number one thing for like building your immune system and stuff, and for fighting off any of the V's that might be out there. So, um, you know, it's good. And so I've been wanting to order it. I just keep forgetting. So I need to get some. I do. So that's a good reminder. Thanks so much. Yeah, I need to do that. 45 degrees sun angle is not good for growing in winter. I have less than 40. I've got about 30 degrees sun angle. I don't have much at all. Try an egg. Oh, there we go. Oh, cool, Patty. That's so great. Comes from amino acids. It's NAC is how you will find it. Hey, Deb. Lots of snow on the ground. I will have to try that, Carrie, after Christmas. So, all right. So our seed to seed catalog, as Patty is reminding me, not catalog, the book on how to save seeds. So we are on to page 47, Patty. The Brassica family. So the few things I learned here about brassicas. That is true, Dave. It could get dehydrated temps. I could possibly do that. Condolences. I'm not following Patty. So breathing exercise I needed this time of year. Oh, yes. So many things going on outside in the air. And that's kind of what I've been wondering about too. If my ears, if part of it is that I've now become allergic to something, or it could have been all of the desert dust that I was breathing in Phoenix that created some allergies that's still stuffed in there. It could be my house. It could be all kinds of things. So I don't know, because I had work done here, so there's still some construction dust around that I haven't been able to get to clean yet. So could be a bunch of stuff here. Last Thursday, Grow Big TV did a whole program on broccoli. Ah, cool. Amongst the Canadian border, yeah, 49. I'm at about 45, so somewhere around there. Dust is an irritant even if you're not allergic to it. That is true. So the Brassica family, it's really quite large, and it really includes over 350, like they call it genera. So that's the genus, I guess. Cabbage and broccoli are usually come to mind when brassica is mentioned, but some very important flowers, condiments, and herbs are also members of the family. So we have garden cress, watercress, radish, horseradish, and turnip. There's also rutabaga, black mustard, Indian mustard, mustard greens, white flowered mustard, all different cabbage, cauliflower. I think I mentioned. No, I didn't say that before. Cauliflower, collards, kale, kohlrabi, maca, watercress. I think I said before. Sea kale, roquette. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of things that are also included in the yes, Patty, one big happy family of plants. Desert fever. Oh, interesting, Patty. Dave, especially with you saving seeds now, this is really, really a valuable book. It's really good to have. So I'll have to, I should check into that some more. Because we had some really windy days, and yeah, I was right up in the canyon right there, just everything blowing in there. So there was kind of a side note. Roquette, just say it like a bucket instead of bouquet. Hyacinth would approve. So roquette, bucket. Rocket. Okay. So another term for the brassicas are called cole crops, COLE crops. So anyway, since recorded time, various forms of the brassica have been savored by mankind. In Rome, about 200 BC, Cato described several different kinds of kale and cabbage. Chinese cabbages and mustards appeared in artwork and literature dating many centuries before Christ. Perennial wild cabbage can still be found growing on the coasts of England and France. So they're a very hardy family, aren't they? So broccoli, which is a wild cabbage selected specifically for its flower buds. Did you know that broccoli is a wild cabbage? Isn't that cool? After you think about it and the plant and everything, it's like, oh yeah, that could be just the leaves that come out, how it grows. It was thought to have been developed in Italy. So continual selection for the best edible shoots and flower buds has resulted in the broccoli varieties grown today. Similar selections have resulted in the development of many of the other cole crops. Grow Big TV live stream on broccoli. Oh, thank you, Curie. Can't imagine wild cabbage we use for asparagus in Idaho. Cool. Got a lot of my moderators on tonight, so that's awesome. You guys are great. By the way, thank you so much for all you do. Appreciate it. So seedlings of the brassica family all look very much alike. If you've ever grown the different ones and you don't mark them, you can look at it and go, oh, which is that? Is that broccoli or cauliflower? Or is it, so you can look at it. So the Blue Cruise Press, there you go. So they're really hard to tell apart. So when you start to grow them and you're growing different brassicas, make sure that you label them. The flowers are also quite similar, each having 4 petals that form a cross. So the brassica family can be a difficult one for the garden seed saver. All members within each of the species can cross with one another. So remember that. This means that varieties of broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, kohlrabi, collards, cauliflower, and kale will all cross with each other. The flowers are perfect but require insects for pollination. Many varieties exhibit self-incompatibility, similar to self-sterility in fruit trees, which is nature's way of ensuring diversity. The pollen of self-incompatible varieties cannot grow properly in a flower on the same plant. It will grow normally, however, when moved by an insect to a flower on another plant. It is never a good idea to save seed from just one plant, but it would be impossible to do so in many of the brassica genera due to self-incompatibility. Insects must carry pollen from one plant's flower to a flower on another plant, not just one flower to another on the same plant. Okay, is that making sense to you guys? So if you have one plant that you're trying to get seeds from and you're just making sure that it's pollinating within that plant, that's not going to work. You have to get the pollen from one plant to another, and then just get them all going in that way. So even if you have them like in a cage where you don't want the insects to get in there because they might pollinate something else and get a lot of cross-pollination. You're going to have to at least imitate the insect by transferring the pollen from one to another. Oops, I'm kind of moving you guys around. From one to another, within that cage. So it's going to take some extra work in that way. So you have the problem in the greenhouse right now. Oh, okay. You label them with, but weeds and grass is sometimes confusing when they're beginning to grow. Okay. You could have some interesting vegetables next season. You once grew free tomatoes that looked like a cross of Roma and slicers. Oh my goodness. Purple tree kale or cabbage was developed by the crossing of brassicas. It's perennial in zone 8B. Brassicas are easy to take cuttings from. And you need to bag the flowers too, so bees aren't randomly pollinating too. Yes. Yes. So again, they take a little bit of extra work. So therefore, the larger the group of plants, the better the pollination and seed production will be. But finally, to confuse matters even more, some summer or East Indian cauliflowers and some Brussels sprouts will self-pollinate. So some are cross-pollinating and some are not, but then some self-pollinate. I think you have to really know your seeds and know what's going to happen with them, different things. So to ensure seed purity, it is necessary to isolate different varieties, get this, by half a mile. Use caging with introduced pollinators or use alternate day caging. Spun polyester is an ideal caging material because it allows air, water, and light to pass through to the plants. So trying to get those all, to cage them and stuff. So if it's a good tomato, make your own variety. There you go. Looking at your son's Christmas list, a $400 smoker grill. There you go. Alicia, you have it all right, except the E is an I. We'll just have some mutants. You definitely do. But you know what? If you continue to do that and then you grow from those the next year and you keep doing that, you can have a variety that's going to be super adaptable to your greenhouse, to your climate, to your garden, to and it'll be a strong variety. So put the Presto electric canner. Ooh. I haven't quite gone there yet. I built all my cabinets, so I don't have a place to store another canner. I was like, this is it. This is all the canners I have, but it sure would be nice, wouldn't it? But is that a water bath or is that a pressure canner, Patty? Go to Tractor Supply, see if they have toy grills so you can. It's like if somebody's like, oh, I want a Camaro for Christmas, and you just go buy the little, Hot Wheels car. So, okay, always select healthy plants that perform well in your area when saving seed. Again, plants that have excessive insect damage or are stunted, that show off-color foliage or produce poorly should not be saved for seed production. Weather and insect damage will not affect the genetic makeup of a plant, but will affect the quality and quantity of the seeds. So, down to the nitty-gritty. Brassica seed pods must develop fully while still attached to the growing plant. I think I'm moving you guys around here, so. Your mom's old Presto aluminum pressure canner. It's a pressure canner. It does water. Oh, it does both? Ooh. New printer, sewing machine. Cool. Okay. Still attached to the growing plant. Plants pulled before they are completely mature and stored in hopes of further pod development produce little viable seed. Okay, so remember that they have to fully mature on the plant. Don't pull them early. As the seeds approach maturity, the pods begin to dry out and turn light brown. The seed pods of all brassicas have a tendency to shatter. The ripest seed pods will be located at the bottom of each seed stalk and should be hand harvested as they dry. Progressive collection of the pods can be made over several weeks. If hand harvesting is too time consuming, cut the entire stalk when the largest number of pods are dry but have not shattered. Maturing seed stalks may need to be netted or bagged to protect the seed crop from birds. I would say just, go and bag all the heads would probably be the easiest way. Continue to dry the stalks away from the direct sun. Many of the seed pods will shatter, while others will need to be broken by hand or by jogging in place on top of a seed bag or with the use of a seed thresher. The wind, a hairdryer, or a fan can be used to winnow the seeds. Be sure to cover the area used for winnowing with a tarp or sheet. If a strong gust of wind accidentally causes seeds as well as chaff to be blown out of the winnowing container, the tarp will recover many of the seeds. Always be careful, however, to completely shake out the tarp when switching from one variety to the next. Ooh, that would be important, wouldn't it? Brassica seeds do not normally require any further processing. However, if black rot or black leg or black leaf spot is a problem, the seeds can be hot water treated to reduce incidence of the disease. So that's something cool to learn. So, the first brassica that I'm going to really kind of talk about is rutabagas. They are known as a Swede turnip in England. They appeared in Europe during the Middle Ages. Some gardening books indicate that rutabagas are the result of a cross between a turnip and a cabbage. Well, the way they cross-pollinate, that's very possible, I guess, huh? So, your Christmas list looked like you wanted to start a library. That's great. He also wants an M1 cleaning mat. He's quite. Wow. Jeep toe straps. Oh, wow. My goodness. Well, Carrie, we'll have to talk to Santa Claus about that, right? You want to swap to turnip and see if it goes better. Okay. Rutabagas. Oh, here's probably it, Dave. Rutabagas do not grow well in areas where summer temperatures exceed 75 degrees for long periods of time. There are two common forms of rutabagas, one with white flesh and another with yellow. Rutabagas are inbreeding plants. Rutabaga flowers are self-fertile and are capable of self-pollination. Varieties grown within 1 mile of each other are easily cross-pollinated by insects. Rutabagas will also cross with some varieties of agricultural turnips or fodder turnips, and with all varieties of winter rape. To ensure seed purity, it is necessary to isolate all varieties belonging to them by 1 mile. If 2 or more varieties are grown within close proximity, caging is necessary. So rutabagas are biennial. So Used to put the ripe stems in a cotton pillow cover for a couple weeks. Kind of firmly. There you go. Never seen white rutabaga before. I wonder if they taste like the yellow ones. Yeah, rutabagas are biennial, producing seed during their second growing season. So if you're looking to get them every year and you only plant them, one time each year or something, you're not going to get them. So the plants are frost tolerant and, if well mulched, can be left in the ground under a snow cover. In areas with extremely cold winters, however, the roots should be dug after the first few frosts. Trim the tops to 2 inches. Rutabagas will keep 2 to 4 months when stored in sawdust or moss at 32 to 40 degrees and high humidity. They produce seed stalks 3 feet tall or more. The plants flower prolifically and are very attractive to bees. You could even just grow them out there to be, to attract pollinators. I don't want to get too much of this. Oh, okay, Springflower Dark. Well, thank you. That's very, very sweet of you. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too. If I don't see you, I will be on the next 2 weeks yet. But yeah, just to know that for Christmas and New Year's, I will be MIA. Yeah, I just grew for the bees because I don't personally care for turnips. I don't know if I had rutabagas or not, but I don't care for turnips. But yeah, just put a few in the ground and just attract the bees. The seed pods, which form after the flowers begin to fade, are green initially but turn tan as the seeds mature and the plant begins to dry. The seed pods again shatter with the pods lowest, beginning with the pods lowest on the stalks. Several hand pickings will result in the greatest seed harvest. Everything else was still the same. Rutabaga seeds will remain viable for 5 years when stored under ideal conditions. Members of the Seed Saver Exchange annually offer about 50 varieties of rutabagas. So they are biennial frost-tolerant plants. They do not benefit from long, dry, hot summers in mild climates. Rutabaga is usually direct seeded in the late spring in fertile, well-dug soil, covering the seeds a half-inch deep. Seeds germinate at temperatures ranging from 50 to 75 degrees in about 5 to 15 days. So there you go. That is on rutabagas. So, yay, rutabagas. We will continue on with our brassicas next week. Looks like we're going to take some cabbage. So, Dave, you could put this book on your Christmas wish list. That's a possibility. 50 kinds of rutabagas, that's a lot. Yeah, it is. That is a lot. So you guys have anything special going on this week? Do you know that, gosh, my nights are so busy, but last night on, I think it's on ABC, they're starting to run like a Christmas show, like Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all those kind of things every night. I think it says 7 o'clock Central. But so for between now and Christmas, so for 25 days, 25 nights of all Christmas shows, which is kind of fun. So what did I see last night? It was Santa Claus 1, the first one with Tim Allen. That was so great. So those are so funny. It makes one just like I've got the 3 movies on DVD, but they've got the new one. Apparently, another one out. It's called the Santa Clauses. Apparently, the whole family all out there or something like that. So um, yeah, but they're on a Disney Channel or something like that. So making candy with your neighbor for her grandbabies and learning while in the process. Cool. Got a new rug coming. Wonderful. It's a great time. Yeah, I don't know what rutabaga tastes like. That I don't know. I haven't eaten it. So more must be better. Yes. The classics. Felicia watered down potato with a touch of root flavor. Kind of. Okay. So anyway, guys, well, um, we're just about done. I hope you all have a great week. I hope there's no storms in your forecast that will be damaging or anything like that. So just have a kind of a busy week coming up. Try to get things done. So not very appealing. Okay. Stronger in flavor. I think you'd have to doctor it up a lot with a lot of good savory spices to make it too good. So thank you, Michigan Daffodil. I will work on it. That's like my biggest task, I think, this week is working on trying to clear up my ears, figure out what I can do. So now I've got a lot of actual work to do. Oh, Monday started out like a Monday morning. Everything breaking. I get panic emails and everything from a client's like, I can't get into my website. So the plugin that I use for the login, part of the site was broken and it was all screwy. So I'm having to contact the author of that and reconfigure things. And so, I mean, yeah, so it's been like kind of a true Monday. So blue skies in your forecast. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm so glad, you guys. Nothing more Monday than Mondays. Yep. The stew is delicious. Okay. Well, that was good. Maybe, yeah, adding them to something that the flavors can all blend in there. So, all right, guys. You guys take care. God bless. Always have hope. And be safe out there with the weather and stuff like that if it's bad. And then just enjoy your week with if you have early Christmas parties or anything like that, or just spend time with your family and friends. So take care. All right. Good night, guys.